Okay, let's get into this. Today we're diving into a source called the One-Year Transformation Challenge. We've got some pretty interesting excerpts.
Yeah, definitely striking stuff.
And our mission really is to unpack this. Well, this bold idea it presents.
Yeah.
Almost confrontational, you could say, about achieving major life changes.
Mm-hmm. And what it claims stops most people.
So the central idea hits you right away. It's quite stark, actually. Imagine dedicating just 1 year
Just one.
to what he called brutal, focused, relentless effort. The idea is this could lead to a complete transformation, like fundamentally change things for you.
And what's really interesting is how specific it gets about what that year looks like. It's not just vague advice.
No, not at all.
It's talking about, consistently waking up early, like really early, training intensely every day.
Building things,
Yeah.
too, not just consuming.
Right. Actively creating income, it says. Reading actual books, not just scrolling social media feeds.
Yeah.
And then there's this phrase, becoming dangerous with discipline. It's provocative, isn't it?
It really is.
It kind of throws the question right back at you, the listener. What would happen? Like, genuinely, if you committed to that level of effort day in, day out for a whole year.
It's a big question.
Mm-hmm.
And the source is just as direct about why most people, well, don't do this.
Yeah, almost unforgiving.
It claims it boils down to a fundamental resistance, a deep fear of discomfort.
Mm-hmm. And maybe surprisingly, an addiction to pleasure,
Mm.
to things being easy.
Exactly. It calls this the gap, the space between average results and something elite, transformative.
Right. People say they want the big results, the money, the great physique, personal growth.
But according to this source, they're just not willing to face the discomfort, the struggle, maybe even the suffering needed to get across that gap.
That framing is intense, the discomfort being the main barrier, and it links right into what the source calls the secret behind savage success stories.
Yeah, what is that secret, according to them?
Well, it claims it's not some fancy strategy or luck. It's rooted in pain. Real hunger, not just for food, and often months of isolation, like deliberate isolation.
Wow.
It talks about late nights working, super early mornings, making hard choices like skipping parties, turning off the TV, maybe cutting ties with people who aren't supportive.
Offer clarity.
Yeah, exactly. To gain this brutal clarity and focus, it presents it as simple conceptually, just do the hard work,
Simple idea.
but undeniably relentlessly hard to actually do, especially when comfort is right there calling to you.
That focus on pain and discipline, it leads to maybe the most challenging part of the source.
Mm-hmm.
It argues you don't need years and years. You don't need endless courses or slow, tiny changes to get that dramatically better life. The money, the freedom, the body you respect.
So what do you need then?
It claims the real requirement is just 1 year of ruthless commitment. That's it.
1 year.
And it doesn't hold back. It says, and this is a direct quote, you're not stuck, you're just soft.
Oof, that's blunt.
Very. And then it follows that up by saying softness never changed the world, implying, I guess, that personal softness stops you from changing your world.
That claim, you're just soft. Yeah, that's a lot to take in. And the source really doubles down on it.
How so?
It issues this direct challenge, 1 brutal year. And the rules are super explicit. No shortcuts, no breaks, no sympathy.
Not at all.
And the promise is, if you do it, you literally won't recognize yourself afterwards. What's so striking is that intense focus purely on internal discipline. Radical sacrifice.
Yeah, it kind of strips away all the external excuses, doesn't it? Circumstances, needing the perfect system.
Right. It's just presented as you versus this challenge, your own commitment.
So, thinking about all this, what does it mean for you, listening right now? If this source is arguing that maybe, just maybe, radical transformation is only 1 intense year away, what does its whole critique of softness say about your own habits, your goals, and that gap it talks about between wanting something and, well, being willing to truly suffer for it?
Yeah, definitely something to sit with.